Okay, so I found this wallet on Polymarket and it's up. Money, like consistently up, not from one lucky bet or calling an election right. It's just green every day and every week. So naturally, I look closer, and this guy hasn't made a single prediction in months. Which, if you know anything about how this platform works, doesn't make sense. Polymarket is a betting platform. You pick yes, you pick no, you're right or you're wrong. That's the whole game. Except apparently not for this guy. So I went in and actually looked into it. And it turns out there's this whole other side of Polymarket that basically nobody talks about, where you can make real money and never once care which side wins.
Out of the millions of accounts that trade on Polymarket,
12.7% are in the green at all. Only 1% ever in the whole history of this thing have cleared $1,000 in total. That's brutal for the average person just picking yes or no. But the platform's doing billions in volume. Someone's obviously getting paid here. It's just clearly not the people playing the game everybody thinks. So I started digging through the leaderboards, wallet histories, research papers, and the actual document Polymarket publishes, trying to figure out who's actually on the winning side of all this. And it just kept getting weirder the further in I went. This wallet, for example, here has an 85% win rate, give or take. So now I'll take this, set up a Telegram bot in like 10 minutes, and then mirror his capital allocation as well and pull in similar numbers, doing basically nothing myself, which sounds amazing. But then I found someone else who did the exact same thing, copied a wallet that looked incredible on paper, never actually checked if that streak was real scale or just a hot run, and got wrecked. Using the same method, the outcome was the exact opposite. And that's the thing, the bot's not smarter than you. It's copying a decision somebody else already made correctly quicker than you could have clicked it yourself. That's all. We cannot even call it a bot, it's just a script. You can write one yourself in like an afternoon. Even that still means somebody somewhere had to be right first. So I kept looking, and that's when I found out you don't even need to wait for an outcome anymore. Because that is the unique proposition with prediction markets. You go long if you think the odds are about to climb, short if you think they're about to drop, and then close whenever you feel like it. You don't have to be right, you just have to be right at the right time. Because if you think like this, you're not waiting for the election or the game to actually finish. You're just trading the perception and the swings before any of it gets decided. Just like a live stock, but with more risk. Which felt like Polymarket admitting something out loud, that real money was never only in who's right at the end. But then I found something that doesn't even need a direction at all. No long, no short, no opinion whatsoever. It's what we call market makers. They post a buy order on a little under the current price and a sell order a little above it, both at once, and just profit off the gap over and over all day. Doesn't matter who wins. Sounds simple written down like that, but it is not simple to actually run. Keeping two live orders updated every single second as the price wiggles underneath you, that's not something a person watching the screen can keep up with, which is exactly where this investigation took a turn. Because that's when I realized most of what I was finding from here on out wasn't really people anymore. These were written scripts and bots. Polymarket will just pay you directly for having orders sitting in the order book. Doesn't even need to fill. So this is separate from market making. It's its own program. Post limit orders close to the middle of the market. Polymarket pays you in actual USDC daily just for the order existing there. The scoring is quadratic, so tighter to the middle earns disproportionately more, and orders on both sides score even higher. Here are the statistics that actually stopped me. Out of 3.1 million wallets that ever touched Polymarket, only 52,000 have ever found this. And just earning $100 total in these rewards puts you in the top 6% of every wallet on the entire platform. People running this were pulling $200-300 a day, and these people, probably like most of you, haven't written any code in their life, but they understood the basics and the fundamentals to be able to build this bot and successfully and profitably run it. I know how that sounds. Sounds like free money with no catch. It's not free though. If the market moves harder against your resting order, you get run over, meaning your order fills right before the price keeps going the wrong way against you, and now you're holding a position you never wanted. The reward's real, so is the risk sitting right underneath it. But this is about as close as you can get to actually being the house on this platform. You're not betting on anything, you're getting paid to keep the market running. Polymarket's got a fully public trading API sitting right there, so anyone who can code can build something faster and more consistent than a person staring at a screen ever could. There's arbitrage bots watching for the moment yes and no don't add up to a full dollar, buying both sides at once to lock in a small, basically risk-free profit before the gap closes. Now, this can be described as a mathematically guaranteed market neutral, meaning it profits no matter what happens, but the margins are thin, 2 to 3% usually or less, and the fees eat most of it. And this can be done in a few ways. Either you can do it on the same market, which is incredibly crowded, or you can do it on the same platform but on two similar markets or on two completely different prediction market platforms entirely. Then there's momentum bots, which watch some faster signal somewhere else entirely. Let's say Bitcoin's price on Binance or directly on the Oracle, and then raise to buy the matching polymarket outcome before it even reflects it. And somebody actually built this. They were exploiting 30 to 60-second lag between when the news comes out and when polymarket reflects that, and then made a bank from it. But here's the part that should worry anyone trading this casually. One researcher tried a directional bot on the fast crypto market, lost almost 38% of the capital, and then, credit to them honestly, wrote up publicly exactly why it failed. Because a bot doesn't fix a bad idea, it just runs this bad idea faster than you could have done it yourself. But it always doesn't have to go that way. Someone else watched a much dumber, simpler scalping bot go from 114 to $13,533 in a few hours, just hammering half-second trades non-stop. His exact words after watching it happen was that it's not for humans. And the thing I kept coming back to digging through all this, the exact edge keeps changing. Right now, it might be a Bitcoin lag between two platforms. A year ago, it was probably something else entirely. And a year from now, it'll be some gap nobody's found yet. The specific trick always expires as more and more people find it out, but the category never does. And markets, as you know, physically want to be as efficient as possible. But that means they are inefficient and someone makes it efficient. And in this process, there's lots of money to be made with the addition of the dumb retail. At this point, I figured I've basically found everything. That felt like the whole hidden layer. Then I found the one that actually made me stop. Polymarket doesn't have a token, no launch date, no snapshot, nothing official. But their own chief marketing officer has flat out said publicly that it's in the works. But there's also something called holding rewards, already live, paying 3.25% annualized just for holding certain positions. So nobody outside the company knows exactly how a future token gets weighed, which means that every single type of trader that I've found, everyone is quietly building a track record that could turn into a completely separate payday later, on top of whatever these accounts already made doing it the first time. This is the one with basically no competition in attention and no way to even calculate the upside and the profitability of it, because it's a bet on a future nobody's priced in yet, sitting on top of stuff most people are already doing for free without realizing it. So the wallet that I found at the start, the one that was just quietly permanently green, it wasn't luck and it wasn't some genius reading the news better than everyone else. It was someone who'd figured out that Polymarket has two completely different games running on it at the same time. There's the one that everyone sees, and then there's the one running underneath it the whole time. The house was never a metaphor here. Turns out you can just be it. And now, if you do decide to join Polymarket to learn more about the different financial markets, or you just want to test out your own ideas and strategies, I suggest you go click the first link in the description and use my referral code while creating your account to get a discount in fees, which increases your profitability without you even having to do anything. If you want to watch more videos, on the screen right now are some other Polymarket videos I made that I think you'd like. So go watch them and I'll see you soon.